Welcome. My name is Jordy, if you don't know me, and this is a makeup tutorial on this look, of course. You know when you drink water on an empty stomach and you can like feel the coldness in your belly? I don't like it. I always feel so much pressure to do something a little crazy, colorful, different, and sometimes I just want to film this. I was just in the mood for big brows, I'm knocking things over like crazy, some nice lashes, and skin and lips. Hopefully this isn't boring, fairly easy, very wearable, and I hope you guys like the video. I'm gonna go wash my hands before I touch my dress and get makeup on it. I'm having a really good hair day, and I think I have like a curse put on me or something, because whenever I have a good hair day, everything else seems to fall apart. And it's probably worse now that I have that in my head. We're not gonna let that happen today. I started off today by picking at my face. Not good, but we're gonna pretend that I didn't do that. Very important, sunscreen. Current favorite is the Fenty Skin Hydra Visor. If you don't like fragrance, this is not for you. Or I should say if your skin doesn't like fragrance. Or your nose. I think that my nose likes fragrance so much that it has convinced my skin that it's okay. And my partner says that my face smells good when I wear it, which I think is really cute. And for primer, using the same thing that I always use, the e.l.f. poreless putty primer. And then for foundation, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. BB cream in the shade Buff. It's such a cute little dollop. Probably didn't need that much. I love this formula. This shade is a little bit too warm for me, but I actually really like the warmth that it gives my skin once I've got like my concealer and my contour and all that jazz. For a BB cream, it has really great coverage, but it doesn't feel heavy at all. And it smells good. I'm just building on it a little bit because I still have product on my hand and I just don't want to waste it. It's not too far off the color of the rest of my body. Probably go like one shade lighter or two. I used all of it. I really need to wash this brush because as a foundation brush, it gets really dirty and it's the only foundation brush that I've been using. It is the Hank & Henry Tasha brush. And now for concealer, I'm using 30NN in the Urban Decay Stay Naked concealer. And I'm gonna add a little bit of 10NN just to highlight and balance out this foundation that's a little bit, a foundation that is a little bit too dark. That word didn't come out of my voice box. Dark, too dark. Another brush that I love and need to wash, the Hank & Henry Trish brush. The concealer blends so nicely into this BB cream. It sounds like a closet just opened in my house. Maybe it was a cat? There. Nice. Since I had no eyebrows in my last tutorial, I want to do like a really bold, bushy eyebrow today because why not? So I'm gonna gel my eyebrows before I set my face with powder. I'm gonna use the Beauty Care Naturals, if I can open it, I'm slippery. The Cream to Clear Brow Gel. I'm gonna use a lot because I really want my brows to be stuck up and down. Up and down. Up and flat maybe makes more sense. And I find that if I have powder around my eyebrow, this kind of mixes with the powder and it can get a little pasty. So just brushing this through and gluing them down. We're gonna make these bad boys big. It's also easier to fix your foundation around the brow if it's not yet set with powder. I actually meant to do this before any foundation at all, but I forgot. And now we'll wait for this to dry and go clear. I think I'm actually going to contour with cream. I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Butter Biscuit Cream Contour. I go between this shade and Amber. When I have a little bit of a tan, Amber is slightly too cool toned for me, and it starts to look like kind of muddy. This one has just a little bit more warmth. I'm just adding a shadow in the hollow of my cheekbone to make it real prominent, and then adding a shadow to my jawline to make it look nice and chiseled. And I always do under here to kind of conceal a little double chin. And then just a little bit around the top of my forehead, just to add some warmth. And it can make your forehead appear slightly smaller. And then I'm gonna use a small eyeshadow, maybe concealer brush. And I'm gonna contour my nose by drawing a little circle, a little button, and then adding a little bit of shading down the center of my nose. Obviously, the way that I contour isn't gonna work for every face because every face shape is so different. It just takes a lot of trial and error to figure out where you like to place your highlights and your shading for your face. And then, of course, you always want it to be nice and blended. Unless you don't like it nice and blended, then you don't have to make it nice and blended. I just think it's so important to remember that you do not have to follow any rules when it comes to the way you do your makeup, and you don't have to do your makeup like the people you see on Instagram and YouTube. And also, your makeup probably isn't going to look like what you see on Instagram and YouTube ever if you're just looking in a mirror, unless you have studio lights in front of your face when you look in the mirror, or you take a picture of your makeup and you Facetune it. Just poked myself in the eye with my brush. I'm gonna set my face using the Fenty powder in the shade Butter. And the best powder brush, I'm telling you, the Fenty face brush 125. First, making sure that my under eyes aren't creased. I'm not trying to set them creased. My eye is burning. The powder just like sticks to this brush so well. Oh, I got something purple on it. And then just pressing it under my eye. I always start with my under eyes. And I'm just tapping it in, really pressing it into the concealer. And then I am adding more to let it bake. I hadn't been baking my under eye for a while and it was creasing, so I'm going back. And this for sure can make the skin under your eyes look really dry, especially if your skin is a little bit more mature. But I do find that if my under eyes are nice and moisturized and I use a nice creamy concealer and then use lots of setting spray after, I seem to be okay using a lot of powder for now. I always set the areas that I want to be brighter first so the powder can make it a little bit brighter. And then I'll go in and use tapping motions and kind of take that extra powder and use it to set the rest of my face. And powder will also help if your foundation is too warm to take the warmth down a little bit. Same with if your contour is too warm, translucent powder will cool it down. I never sweep away any of the powder because that's when I start to look dry and textured. I just use little tap tap taps. And I'm not wearing eyeshadow today, so I am going to set my lids with quite a bit of powder. If I was gonna wear eyeshadow, I would probably use less powder because if you have too much translucent powder on there, sometimes eyeshadows don't like to stick. I'm using my left hand. Weirdo. Weird because I'm right-handed. You're not a weirdo if you're left-handed. My son is left-handed and my grandma is left-handed. I'm gonna do a layer of setting spray even though I haven't completed my face makeup, just to get rid of this powderiness. And I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty Always an Optimist 4-in-1 Mist. I haven't tested this much, but I'm really trying to be an optimist. It's a really fine mist. It feels really nice. Has a nice smell. I've mostly been using the Milk Makeup spray, but since I'm wearing white, I was just a little bit scared to use this color of setting spray. It did give my face a really nice finish. Moving on to my big bold brow, I'm gonna use the NYX Precision Pencil in Ash Brown. This used to be the only pencil I used. I like it because it's so creamy. And since I've stuck my brows straight up, I'm gonna fill them in all the way from the very bottom to the very top. And this is gonna make them look super thick. Following my natural brow shape, filling in all the little holes. I'm gonna extend them slightly. Whenever I do them thick, I always feel like they have to be a little bit longer so they're not just like little short, chunky fellas. I wish I had a brow pen to do some little hair strokes, but I don't have a single one. Now I will very carefully and gently blend that through slightly. I like it. It's okay. if you do not like this brow. Just saying, you don't gotta have it. I'm also going in with the Better Brows pencil from Boldface in a fairly dark shade. This is B13. Because I don't have a felt, this will kind of suffice. And just making a few little darker hair strokes for extra dimension, especially on the tail, because I don't actually have any eyebrow hair right here. Very happy with that brow. I love a nice thick brow. For the eye, I don't even think that I'm gonna wear eyeliner today. I think I'm just gonna add some individual lashes and keep it so simple. My eyelash curler is so dirty. I'm gonna go wipe it off. Didn't even realize how like caked with goo it was, which is really gross because I only use it when my eyelashes are clean. I don't use it with mascara. I don't usually use it with lash glue. So why was it so gross? I guess it gets like foundation and concealer and powder caked on it. I'm gonna do individual lashes first and then mascara, which is a little bit risky because you can pull them off when you put on mascara, but then they blend so nicely and look so natural, kind of. I'm just using the Ardell Double Up Knot Free individual lashes because I kept forgetting to order any online. So these were just at the store. It's a combo pack, so I've got short and medium. I'm kind of sad there's not a long, but they look kind of long. These itty bitty teeny weeny little tweezers are the only ones I can find. Carefully pulled off a medium.
Hello?
Hi!
What's up?
You know.
Yeah, cooking tutorial?
Yeah. So I had a phone call. I have now placed, I think, 3, maybe 4 of the medium just on the outer corner. And I'm just gonna stick on another one. It's really handy. You can use the back of the tweezer to kind of push them into place. Now I've got a little short one. I think I'll just add maybe just that one. I'm using a mirror that's really far away. I do not recommend that. I would say use a mirror close to apply them and then check kind of the shape of what you've created in a mirror that's farther away. That's cute. It looks very lash extension. I really wish I had a longer piece for the outer corner, so I think I might cut off a piece of a lash. This is a detached lash from Likely Makeup, and I'm gonna steal the inner corner, the shortest piece, and then I still have a lash that I can wear. And I'm gonna stick this right on the outer corner, and then we've got a nice wing without actually drawing on a wing. I don't know which, this is probably harder to be honest. So cute though. I really don't feel like doing the other side, but I feel like it's pretty necessary. Definitely struggling more on this side. They are pretty darn even. That is time consuming and annoying and difficult, but it's so cute. Is it worth it? Before I put on mascara, I am gonna let those get really, really dried on there because I'm gonna be so sad if we accidentally pull any off with the mascara wand. I'm always so tempted after wearing individual lashes to get lash extensions. I've done it once. They were lovely, but I sleep on my face and I also cried right after I got them. They didn't last very long. I'm gonna do a little bit more stuff on my face. To highlight, I'm gonna use the Danessa Myricks Lightwork palette, and I like to mix these 2 shades. So cute. And then using a little brush for the tip of the nose and the bridge of the nose. And then I'll also use this same brush and add some to the inner corner and a little under the brow. And then for blush, I'm gonna use the Likely Makeup Clown Blush palette, and I'm just gonna dip into Carousel and Contortion, make a little bit of like a peachy orange. And I'm using a duo fiber brush. I know I made this product and it always feels a little bit weird talking about it, but I worked hard on it and I'm proud of it. But this palette is so versatile. It can be used lightly for an everyday blush. It's super, super pigmented, so it can be used for like crazy looks. It's got very editorial colors in it. You can mix the colors to get your perfect blush shade. It's like my little baby. I'm gonna pop back over to lashes now. I'm gonna use my Beauty Care Naturals Lengthening Mascara, and I'm going to very carefully add mascara. Just wiggling it at the base and then very lightly going up the lash. The short lash is about the same length as my natural lash. I love this lash moment. It's gonna be really sad to take them off. All right, now we need some freckles. I'm gonna use the Salty Face Freckle Stain. This is actually from a brand out of Vancouver, BC. I love being able to support local. And now just a little bit of a lip. This is the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in Oh Snap. And it's almost the same color as my lip naturally. Just overlining my top lip slightly and then aligning my bottom lip. My doorbell just rang and gave me a small heart attack. For lips, I'm using the Pure Cosmetics Barbie lipstick in Trailblazer. It is so gorgeous. I love the formula. And then I'm just taking my finger and kind of blotting the lipstick up onto the lip liner and softening the lip line a little bit. I just prefer the look of a soft, kind of blurred lip line over a really sharp lip line. And then as per usual, now that I've added lipstick, I feel like I need more blush. I'm gonna make it a little bit pinker. I'm just gonna take the pink shade and so lightly, just a little bit. It also just kind of looks nice to put a little bit of makeup on top of the freckles. Makes them look like they're under the makeup instead of on top. And now that all my face is done, I'm gonna go in again with the Rare Beauty setting spray. It kind of smells like laundry. I love colorful makeup. I love crazy makeup. I love transformative makeup, but this is my favorite kind of makeup. I think the lip might be my favorite part of this makeup. Maybe the lashes, maybe the brows. What's your favorite part? Nothing went wrong, even though I'm having a good hair day. I can't believe it. Maybe I've broken the spell. All right, I'm starving. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you like this look and this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.